It's the venue that's had plenty of success come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Welcome in, everyone. Kate Scott, Brock Hewitt on the call for you for this one. And I'm sure a lot of people in attendance and watching from home, Brock, they've already got the winner made up in their mind. But I'll tell you one thing, we've got a sideline down there ready to dispel that eye test.
Well, all that talk before the game is just that. Talk. You can look at past performance. You can look at metrics. You can spin any numbers you want. And we're about ready to kick this thing off. And from there, it's anybody's game.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Lamar now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up. Now Jackson off the play action. Makes the grab and bounds outside. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for deep into the ball.
And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Kate, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door. Bigger gap in the future.
He finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down, here's Lamar. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Byron Jones with the INT. And the Falcons are off to a great start defensively. They force a turnover on the opening possession.
And what a huge bonus on top of the takeaway. Not only did you steal the possession,
We are about 15 miles north of downtown Miami. This is Hard Rock Stadium here in South Florida. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. We're getting set for kickoff. And here, partner, I'm really focused on the start of this game. Both teams emphasize what happens here right at the jump.
And that's why so many of these teams spend so much time all week, Mike, on what they call their opening script. It's not just a series of plays that they like and they just kind of throw darts at the wall. It's how do you unmask the defense? How do you set up future plays and future possessions as the game unfolds? So much time and energy is spent on these first couple drives. I'm with you. I'm excited to see how do they come out, how aggressive, and where do they think the weaknesses of their opponent lie.
Yo, I appreciate it, fam. You already know I'm going to slide through.
They'll begin 1st and 10.
I appreciate it, fam. 100.
Now a first carry for the Alabama product, Najee Harris. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2.
Yeah, Sirski.
will not be a spike. He faked it. Oh, intercepted on the second play of the game. Picked off by Christian Gonzalez. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with.
I already know you finna go over there and turn up.
For these young rookie quarterbacks, every snap in the NFL is an opportunity to have a lesson learned, and sometimes the lessons come a little bit harder than others. In this case, they kind of fool them with their blitz package. It's a little bit more complex at the NFL level than it is necessarily in college. And
to the goal line and in. Touchdown, Miami. Extra point attempt to come here. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 2. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. This drive begins with a run by Harris. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
On 1st down, right back to Harris. And not a lot there. Only up to about the 41. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Working out of the gun, it's Daniel. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
I hope we all appreciate just how difficult it is to throw the ball that well while on the run. And the way they teach it back is kind of cool. They actually teach the quarterback to disconnect your upper body from your lower body. Just keep your feet moving, and however your arm times up, just let it rip, and he does it about as well as you can ask.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Another run here with Harris. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
He was with him. You got this has-been go-yo-yo. A guy that used to be. A guy that put the W in was. He was a good artist. He was making good music. He was going to be on top. Now money through with him. Yeah, money through with him. He might as well go ahead, go to the trap, turn the scale on, sell me a pound, sell me a half an ounce. Yeah, cutie, he's big.
Have the 1st down. He caught it short of the lines of game, but knows right where that marker is, and he's able to pick up that 1st down.
Make all the money, they give you the money. You're not a good leader. Shit, you're not a good leader.
Here's Harris. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, it's the Dolphins with the early lead. And we're back to South Florida after this.
Why would an artist even sign it? You can't do nothing with them. They got to go gamble and do other things.
Here's 2nd and 9. Operating from the gun, it's Daniels. And that's complete to A.J. Brown. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And Wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Gonna run out of the gun. Here's Harris. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can
do
be
an hour
such a game
interview with
changer.
whoever else you do interviews with. It ain't no room to beat the Yayo in there.
You give this guy a little
The
bit
fans
of
popping.
grease.
I got strip clubs. I got barber shops. I got 30 artists. I got my own
The
situation.
idea here for this offense is
Shit, I went through it and say something. It ain't no room to think go Yayo. Hey, what about Yayo? Y'all went, ain't no room to talk about that. You don't need to put, you interview softball, you don't need to put go Yayo in the title for it to get views. But with G, I said, with G, you gotta, you know, have softball get your title, peso, casino, you gotta have all that shit there. Other than that, you can get 50,000 views like you're doing on Blast. No jumping title is right. You put the right titles in it, put all the drama in the title. You'll get 100K on there. Blast, talking about regular stuff, your own life, don't nobody care about 50,000 views, 40,000 views. Yeah, man. Like, time out. No jumper gonna ask him about me feel like softball gonna blackballing him. Nigga ain't got a blackball. You ain't gotta tell nobody not to fuck with you. And the fans are already not fucking with you. You ain't got no, you ain't built no relationships in the music industry. You think South gotta go around and say, man, don't fuck with Yayo. Your career already destroyed. The part that you understand. That's why you can take 6 months off of rap.
What are you gonna do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
They got a whole bunch of scamming money. You got all these properties, you got these trucks, you got these clubs, you got this and that, managing all these artists, get paid all this money for promo. Not because of that, because you got to get people trapped. You don't need your customers going to the other side.
So back to level after
You gotta keep your customers happy. That's it. You ain't want to see Go Yayo putting up all week.
It's Williams.
You don't work harder than nobody on the yourself. Stop acting like you're doing that peso. You got 83,000 listeners on Spotify. Peso got 300,000 plus Spotify listeners. You don't outwork Peso. You can never outwork Peso. He's city to city doing verses, video, promo. Those who doing that, you ain't rap hustle. You know how to trap hustle, you don't know how to rap hustle. Yeah, like, you weren't raised to get money like that. You gotta break the law to get money. They break the law, it's just extras. You ain't gonna go city to city and get the bag. Yeah, we ain't turning out no money over there to yourself. You got 2,000, you can give you 16, 8 bar. You got 3,000, you can give you whatever, a verse, 5,000, give you a verse, a video, whatever. We ain't turning out no paper. So, folk pockets are always gonna be full. And we ain't did no songs with Lil Baby. Talking about, yeah, when I was blue with Sauce, I ain't go around with his eyes, drugs, future, all of that. Hey, we been around with them. They didn't want to fuck with you. Why would they want to do a song or team up with somebody who stick their tongue out? You're not K-Key. You're not K-Key. You need to team up with Adam 22, the porn stuff, and yeah, you can stick your tongue out over there. Do that. But Adam, he ain't gonna feature like that on that because he ain't gonna do the movie. That's all I want to see. You understand? So, talking about Sauce can't blackball. You don't have to. Nobody has to blackball you. The fans always turn their back on you. It's your opportunity. You kept going to jail. You kept getting caught with blitz. You didn't cop nobody. Now, you never caught nobody. Nah, you kept getting caught with blitz. Yeah. That's what you good at, getting caught with the blitz. You coming home to victories. You come home to sad stories, not victories.
with some sort of
You ain't came home to nothing. You taking all your trap money and the little money that you get from music. You taking all that trying to keep up with these top tier rappers like South Park and everybody else. You see right through that? It ain't adding up. You got the watch, the bill, and the bracelet, and all this shit, the big chain. But where the cars at? Where the crib? Where the property? Why your homeboys don't look like that? Why you the only nigga that look like that? Come on, man, like, I don't know who you think can do it. Come on, everything about South Park is fake. I don't know if you keep telling yourself these lies, you're starting to believe them. Look up.
He's got his team a first down.
How's everything about South Park is fake? Why you can't go in details on that? You can't go jury, right? That's okay, you can't. The only bands ain't fake. The clubs ain't fake. The cars ain't fake. Ain't no artist complaining over there. Everybody happy. Daddy looks good.
It's first and 10.
Let's compare Goyeo Daddy to South Walker Daddy. This is who got more. South Walker Daddy got big backs, big houses, jewelry, bank account full.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, like I think everybody in the stadium.
Show your mama and show your daddy how they live.
But the offense is kind of saying, okay.
How they living it up, you saying, right? Come on, not no victories. Yeah, we don't keep it V though. We don't keep it V long when you come home with victories. Sad stories. You ain't got no victories from music. You ain't got no victories from no stride.
Team in the league even carries a
You come home to a nigga, a cousin shot in the head, second time get shot in the head twice. You come home to LeBron and losing his life. You ain't come home with no gold plaques, no platinum plaques. Promoters ain't calling your phone, picking you up. You ain't on no tours. We don't give a damn about no first day out. Your run was 7 years ago. You was doing you was doing like 2 million, 4 million, 7 million views. That shit over with, man. Money through with you, man. Money is through with you, man. The rap game through with you, man.
Here's first and 10.
It's over with, man. You had your chance.
Off the play fake.
You don't spend the money in the right
looking for Jefferson deep
the right spots. You don't build a relationship. You keep going back to Johnny Dane. And other Jewish people. That's what you acting like they the ones who can take your career to the next level. Ain't build no relationship in the radio, DJs, nobody. You ain't even got no problems on your side. You ain't even got no problems on your side. You ain't gonna do interviews with no jumping shit like that. This man can't get the South Walker. You think he'll pick you over South Walker? Of course he'll take that route. Man, that shit ain't about nothing, man. You don't need no glad. You don't need no jump. You don't need no way. You compare yourself to a giant like South Walker. But you don't compare to him on no level. Not females, not cars, not money, not hit records, not Spotify. You got 83,000. South Walker got 1.6 plus million followers, listeners. Not YouTube followers. Not inviting, nothing. Money, nothing. South Walker to help way more people than you have.
Both teams look good on the offense.
How many niggas in Fort Worth you done made millionaires?
We're about to find out.
Since you like to brag and compare, everybody think, how many millionaires have you made in Fort Worth or 6 figures that you done made in Fort Worth?
25-yard line.
How many people can raise their hands and say, yeah, I done made 300,000 with Goyeo. I done made 400,000 with Goyeo. Yeah, Goyeo done took me to the lot and I done bought Cadillacs, Scat Packs, Hellcats. That's what you drivers want, man. You drivers too. I think you took a nigga to buy a building on Scat. I mean, a Hellcat. You drive a Scat Pack. How could you ever take somebody to go get a double R or a Maybach when you drive a Scat Pack? And I ain't even in 2025, 2024, the older one, 30,000. You should have just went and got the new Grand Cherokee for 35,000. Put a car and get one of them. I may go get one of them. 35,000. The new joint, the TVs in the back. Get the old Scat Pack. You get one of them. A 2017, 2018 for like 30,000, 33,000.
That can all come in and contribute
wow.
on the ground. That's the goal, and we're seeing it here.
So how can a nigga dreams come true? Well, that's what you pulling up in. You ain't did nothing major for footwork. You be talking like no big dog. You dissing no big dog.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching
All
down
you
the
do is
field.
call
They only need
chaos
one
and beat
hand
the
to
star
count
shit.
how many plays
You don't end none, you don't finish, you
yet
start
they
the
find
Super Bowl
themselves
3.
first and goal inside the low red
You're
zone.
the reason why a lot of niggas not here no more. You're the reason why
First and goal.
this person beefing with this
Short
person.
game. Down to the
You've
center.
been a hater. You just said it on No Jumper. Before you start this softball, you've been on some F Houston shit.
Here now,
What you
second
hating
half.
on Houston for?
And goal.
But you like they women though. You like their jewelry though.
In motion, it's Jefferson.
So you always had hate me, but you remind me of game.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
Yeah, that's so you know it's gonna make your heart run right. Then you can't even do the shit to make it. You know, I don't think that jewelry gonna take you to the next level. Because it's bling bling hard.
It just feels like a big drop.
You ain't no different from the next nigga that's standing in the club with a chain, a Cuban,
now you're
a
able to get
bracelet,
out in front.
a rollie,
Let's see how this
and
other
a
team
grill.
responds. Having to play from
There's a lot of niggas that takes to get money like that.
But a little momentum feel. Come
But
out
you
of
don't
the
got the
locker room,
catalog.
take the lead.
And
Now
the
it's up to
catalog
the
you
other
do
team
got
to climb
ain't worth a
uphill.
thing.
So great way, perfect way to get this second half started.
Somebody you ain't gonna run and lick up a softball to op.
As the
You
kick's
really want
away.
to with you?
They're
You
trying
ain't
to
plugged in
beat
on Atlanta like
this
that.
from the
But they
three.
calling you for features and
He's across
they
the
just
20
did.
to the 21.
Telling you to pop up
That's where the
videos
drive
and
will
just
begin.
be posting your album and showing you all this love. You ain't got it like that. He was doing softball for a favor. Let's hear what this crew full of victims having 9-hat catching 38 yourself got to say.
The tight end
It
Okonkwo
seemed like
is
the
in
game like
motion.
last week. You know how you did that? That's my cousin. That's your cousin. Like he got shot in the head. He was on IG Live and shit. He was shot over the head.
Away. He was being chased down.
It was
Forced
good.
They talk to you. They talk softball. They talk about businesses, branding. How you a CEO, managing all these artists. They talk to you.
Is the motion man.
Hero got shot in the head. Ronnie, he lost his life with his daughter. Just victim after victim after victim after victim. Then you just got out of prison. Just all hell.
And he'll be taken
Just
down.
all hell. No way.
Let me go over to intercept the damn ball.
Damn.
This is clinic tape for any
Nigga
young
didn't have a
wide
decent
receiver
interview
out
too.
there
Just
watching
to
this
me, the law was like, yo,
game.
it's sad.
As the defender thinking
Yeah, this was
everything
shot in the
is
head. This
over.
was got gunned down. Just got out of prison. They blackballed him. Everything all bad
You
news with
stick
you.
that foot in the ground,
Blackballing,
break in, balls
victims,
on time,
prison.
results in a nice first down pickup.
Come on, man. Don't want to rap. Can't go here. They hating on you.
To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. On play action, Daniels. He's going to get it to Okonkwo. And the quarterback scrambling, maneuvers his way back to the line of scrimmage. But that's all he can get out of that one. A give, and here comes Harris. And stretching it out toward the sideline, but the defense gets to him. He'll be taken down for a loss. So, 3 quarters now in the books. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
Okay, ready?
They need one right now. 3rd and long. They'll go play action here with Daniel.
Let's go. Come here, dog. Come on, dog. Let's go.
Ronnie gone.
He is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. So 3rd and long, trying to pick up a first down and keep a drive going.
can do is throw your hands. That's it. Ain't nothing about you tactical, militant, tighten up, none of that stuff. The only time you tighten up is when you on the toilet and that food gets stuck and you pushing this shit and you tighten up, push this shit out. That's the only time you tighten up.
I want you to take us back down to the field.
When you tighten up when you in jail, you gotta walk in the single file line. And I gotta tighten up. It don't count like that.
Well, you wish you could hit fast forward. You
But
wish
on
you
the
could
street,
just
you don't
get to
tighten
this,
up.
right? Because you are so ready to go. You've done all
You
the
definitely
work
don't
over the
tighten.
course of the week. And I think this is where it is a little different than maybe my era a couple of decades ago. These guys visualize. These guys self-talk. There is so much mental work being done. They've already played this game in their mind in many ways, and they're just ready to go.
So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on their first play. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. Nice completion there from the rookie passer out of Florida State. Good for a first down. Setting up a throw. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Malik Neighbors, the one he was throwing for. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10 now. On the move, headed right. Diving right side, got it. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Juju Brents with the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense. What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, but did the exact opposite here, Kate. Now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
Let's go now.
They'll throw it. One's cut on the left sideline. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about a big hitter? 34 yards there and a new set of downs. This drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. They'll run here. It's home. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate for even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
They're on 2nd and 7. Has it in close. We'll get out of bounds after a small gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Shotgun now on 3rd down. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, he couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming, allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Now they'll see if they can tack on one more. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Ravens will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Ravens Ravens kicking team is ready, and they're going to send this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Picked up by the Ravens.
Well, sure, you're looking to try to get a 1st down on 2nd down. You're trying to create a manageable 3rd down, but I'll tell you what you're not trying to do ever is give the ball away. And that's what the offense does to the defense right there.
And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
No score, Pete.
So before they can set up for another play, we've hit the end of the 1st quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Back at beginning of 2nd quarter, Ravens in possession. They'll begin the quarter with 2nd and 8. They go right back to home. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen.
It's had many names, but only one NFL team over the years. We're at the home of the Dolphins, Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Welcome, everybody, to the booth. I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Ewert for this game. And Brock, as always, your focus is on the offensive side of the ball in this kickoff.
These two offenses are so fun to watch because the best offenses in this league can't throw about trust. And it just pops out. When you study them during the week on the game film, you just see it. They trust one another. That's head coach, that's coordinator, that's play caller, that's to the quarterback. And then certainly the 11 on the field. Both these groups are getting it done.
A lot of Knicks, we got a lot of get back to do. Yeah, we ain't doing no down on phone up. I need to give us down. We got one more shot. We got one more, please. What's the gun power?
Boyd is one of the latest people to be killed by gunfire in Chicago. He was in Washington Park near a parking lot in the 5900 block of South Indiana when someone shot him last night around 6 p.m.
I'm the title you guys just saw. It's not a joke, nor is it clickbait. Today we talk about a young Chicago rapper who's now going viral from an interview he did just months ago after he was accused of killing his cousin and then putting his name on a chain. But then it get worse. The same situation happened in his great aunt's house. Today we go over this story, pay our respects to the victim, and talk about where he's from, where he claimed, and where we stand today. But before we go over this one, I want you guys to remember, don't give me the link as I give you the story. So with that being said, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Jump right to it. And today, we visit Chicago, Illinois. Go to a neighborhood known as Parkway Garden Apartment Homes. This is a Chicago apartment complex located in the greater Grand Crossing area on the south side of the city. Now, it's situated on the border of Woodlawn and Washington Park. The history behind this complex is that it was built between 1950 and 1955, known for its history as the first co-op-owned apartment complex for African Americans in Chicago, offering affordable housing during the time of segregation. While once home to Michelle Obama and other notable figures, O Block has become famous for high crime rates and gang activity, serving as a hub for black disciples and gangster disciples. But for the new generation, it seems like BDs and GDs really don't matter. It's all about their game. And in order to tell you how we got to this point, we got to take it back to 2010. Gang activity skyrocketed, and Parkway Gardens became the center of one of Chicago's most violent blocks. The 6400 block of South King Drive was also known locally as Wick City, but began to be referred to as O Block following the 2011 murder of a resident in Black Disciple member, O.D. Perry. He was only 20 years old. The incident took place near the Parkway Garden housing complex. Police said he suffered multiple gunshot wounds, including one to the neck. The incident happened at around 11:35 p.m. on a Wednesday on the 400 block at East 64th Street. May he rest in peace. A love of condolences to his family. And shortly after, we had a 16-year-old rapper from that same neighborhood, O Block, who went by the name of Chief Keef, who managed to make that neighborhood known worldwide. Early on, his music often references the area, and his history there has been a source of controversy and media attention. You know how it is in the hood, man. Each generation is their new crew, different subsets, but still really just one. After Chief Keef, another worldwide artist will come from their neighborhood and put on for O Block, go by the name of King Von.
Easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
O Block, as mentioned in different subsets, a lot of his people will reference to themselves as stretch gang. Run on November 6, 2020, Davon Bennett, also known as King Von, was fatally shot in Atlanta, Georgia, just the age of 26, following an altercation with another well-known Georgia rapper, Quando Rondo. May he rest in peace, and love and condolences to his family. Shortly after King Von's demise, the neighborhood will reference to themselves as Get Back Gang. But then shortly after King Von's demise, a lot of them will get arrested in the Fed case for the demise of the local rapper, FBG Duck, who was gunned down in downtown Chicago while shopping for his son on his birthday. But during this time, the youngest, that's 10, 9, 8, were looking up to the older generation. They started to get older and form a group called TSG, but still under O Block, which is the most current subset in O Block. And while we're here today for this video, and TSG stands for Take Something.
On the front line with it. You with TSG too much. Hey, you are great here, brother. I think they ain't gonna look at us. Oh, okay. Big ass kids. So y'all like the younger generation, basically. But let's talk about TSG though. How TSG come about?
Then the guy Too Hot they was referring to, some would say, will be the leader of TSG. He unfortunately lost his life May 1st, 2022. Bando Cap, as mentioned, also known as Too Hot. May he rest in peace and love condolences to his family. Now, another well-known member who affiliated himself as TSG is another local rapper who's currently locked up. He go by the name as Ty Munna. 5 years. They probably made this motherfucker back.
I love that.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard
And
Rock.
at just 16 years old, Ty Moore had went back in 2022 after he was one of 4 people shot in a mass shooting in his apartment complex. To this day, it's unclear whether or not the shooter or shooters retreated by foot or automobile, but thank God he survived.
That shooting remain under investigation. We know 4 victims who range in ages from 16 to 42 were brought here to UFC hospital in varying conditions. Now, based off of scanner traffic, we also know there was a large crowd at the scene.
It did put him in a position where he had to shake the defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. He's capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook. He knocked him down.
Our Sky King 9 was over the scene where a large police presence could be seen in the 3rd District. Police say it was just after 6:15 this evening when 4 people were struck by gunfire by an unknown suspect at the 6400 block of South Keene Drive. A 16-year-old male was struck in the chest and initially reported in critical condition. A 22-year-old male victim suffered a grazed wound to the leg. A 33-year-old male was struck in the thigh, and a 42-year-old male was struck in the calf. All 3 self-transported to the hospital and were initially reported in good condition. Now, at this time, no one is in custody, and Area 1 detectives are investigating. Reporting live from UFC Hospital, Christine Flores, WGN News.
All right, Christine, appreciate it.
Appreciate what?
I said we could see you come up there.
Not right now. But tomorrow.
Hey, I'm past tomorrow. You heard me?
Tomorrow morning.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first fights, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to
Ty
take
Moore
away.
also went viral standing next to the ex-NBA player, Steven Jackson. Some people say he was allegedly, quote-unquote, checking in. Check out the clip.
Y'all pull up and take pictures and y'all not allowed to. And one thing about it, if you're a real one, you don't mind checking in. Checking in? What you say? I check in with the real one. That's why I'm in the middle of old block. You see the hoop? Where you at? I'm in the middle of old block.
6 months ago, Ty Moore would get arrested on his birthday and charged as an adult for murder. Police claim Ty Moore was 16 years old when it happened. The victim was identified as Elijah Addison, just 20 years old. Police say Ty Moore was one of several suspects who shot and killed Elijah as he was leaving his sister's house in the 6900 block of South Peoria Street. Addison was shot in the back and was transported to the University of Chicago Medical Center, where he was later pronounced deceased. May he rest in peace. A love and condolences to his family. Now, another name that's starting to emerge from TSG/O Block is J4, an up-and-coming rapper who also went viral just 2 years ago. But check out a brief interview from him, less than 60 seconds.
You been rapping shit? See, I just started rapping. Yeah. I started rapping shit Sunday.
Where?
I just ain't never done no video. I got a lot of songs though to just start rapping. 2 months I got like.
It seems like all the guys behind you already though. You know, everybody name drop you saying you up next on the whole block. How that make you feel? You ain't got to do together.
Shit. Like, don't know if they hear my music, so like, I don't want them to lie to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that shit made me feel good though, like, good.
Who got you in the studio?
Mike?
Oh, alright.
It was like, yeah, free session type shit. He ain't wanna rap. Shit, I ain't know how to rap though, but I told him just pull up the beat, I'll hop on.
You got a problem? That sounds like a good track for you.
2024, J4 was just 14 years old. It's TY to the left and J4 to the right. And the cousins was at their great aunt house on the 5900 block of South Indiana Avenue, the Washington Park area of Chicago. When suddenly, the two got into a fight. J4 was losing. TY was beating him up. It was over. More physical. J4 began to brandish a firearm. Shot his cousin, point blank. May he rest in peace. And love and condolences to his family.
It's the big Circle K giveaway, where every 4 visits lets you unlock one of your choice. There are hundreds of thousands of prizes to be won every 4 visits. Visit Circle K today.
Boy is one of the latest people to be killed by gunfire in Chicago. He was in Washington Park near a parking lot in the 5900 block of South Indiana when someone shot him last night around 6 p.m. No arrests have been reported, and at least 3 people were killed in weekend shootings. 61 were shot, and we expect to hear more from Police Superintendent David Brown at a news conference at
Now, fast forward 3 years later, J4, 18 years old, and he home.
Let's go.
With the well-respected platform based out of Chicago, live with Baba TV, and he showcased a necklace. Commission his cousin, T.Y. That's him being inside dependent. Check it out.
Oh, yeah. Y'all want to tell us about y'all be too hot like y'all favorite memory with him? So boom, I'm in school and shit. I was talking to this girl. I ain't gonna say her name, but I was talking to this girl. So on the guys, I get a tour with the girl over there on the guys. So she like, I'm gonna have my brothers get on your ass. So I'm like, oh, get your brothers. So so man, folks just chopping it up and shit. Man, folks was on house arrest. Yeah, man, we got off house arrest, man. Folks started hanging together. I ain't gonna lie. I smoke with him. I smoke my boy Beezy. I tried to come over with him the next day. He asked me how old I am. I'm 13. He talking about, no, I can't smoke with you.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Takes force to make it work, but defensively,
I got a funny ass story in my city too. I went to
like to have some jelly. That was forced a huge play
an
interception.
Everybody in the school, I'm going to go shoot the
Second and 10 now.
2 hours, bro. I know
pushes their lead to a couple of scores and makes a comeback that much more difficult.
You know, Kate, their offense did its part and padded the lead. Now it's up to this defense to make this 2-score lead hold up and carry it across the finish line.
This one is up and good. And the Dolphins double their lead to 14. Now is Dixon to kick this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds at the 22-yard line on the return. Drive starts out with the 1st and 10. Third quarter starts with a run from Henry. And he found some running room for a nice gain.
You know what? We do want to say once again, rest in peace to every victim we talked about. Love condolences to you guys' families. Anyone who was affected by the story we just talked about, we send 11 prayers your way as well. But there you have it, fam. This was the story of a Chicago rock who lost a physical altercation with his older cousin and allegedly kept him in return. So now, recently going by, we get his picture and his name, his necklace. Let me know how you guys feel about this one in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Today, I'll catch you guys on the next one.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there.
And we're back. You did 2 solo episodes without me. I know it was hurting your soul, and I know you're so ready to be back with the 22 streak.
I mean, listen, you know what really, it was kind of cool because I felt like you was enjoying the family. So I just felt like I had to hold down the fort. I had to make sure we at least got
got to the 100,000 range, I couldn't have you look up. And we ain't do no numbers. And make sure it's a total different dynamic without my guy.
It's almost like you're the father and I'm the wife.
I don't know what they.
I was off chilling, eating bonbons on the couch. You were bringing home the bacon.
Hey, listen,
no gay shit. That's not even gay.
I wanted to make sure.
We're not even getting started yet. I got way more than that to say.
And the Adam and Wax show says 40,000. I made sure of that.
Even solo, I don't think you're gonna do 40,000.
No, I'm just saying though. Like I wanted to make sure.
Even Smack did a solo podcast. He got 28,000 or 24,000 or something. He gets money from the government to be retarded.
Which one is Smack?
The little dyke-looking one from Figmunity.
Yeah, you know what, Smack? Smack calls me, tells me to call in.
Oh.
And then when I call in and run it up, I guess he gets checked about it.
Right.
And then he goes and tucks his tail like he don't know what happened.
He stay getting checked and he stay tucking his tail.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
He got a little bit of Custer in his blood.
You called on the exposers and you pissed him off, bro.
Wait, say that?
They ran to work and got mad.
What work?
Brian Pumper.
Yes, I have another Brian Pumper video that's coming soon.
Oh, no, they running him right now.
Wait, really? Because
I swear they running. If I go in there right now, they like, yo, what? They like, yo, what you had to send Adam? I said, what? I didn't look at it. I just told, bro, requested. He said, yo, man, F this dude. I said, what you mean? They like, bro, this dude got 30. They said he had 30 different times of burning somebody.
Wait.
No, they breaking it down.
STD stuff.
Yeah, bro, they got everything. They got all his. See, when they send
now we're talking.
When they send you to work, like if I go there right now, they're talking about it, right?
Okay, so because all right,
I don't know what it did to you.
I basically wrote a whole video in a flurry. It took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours. I just wrote this whole video about Brian Pumper. It's gonna be coming out on my channel real soon. And I was talking. I asked you, can the exposers look into his criminal stuff because I had heard that he had been charged with ape-related stuff, all this kind of stuff. But when you sent me the initial paperwork, it was like a bunch of stuff from 2014 and then a bunch of stuff in 2022 and then nothing after that. So, but there wasn't a lot of details. It just said forced sexual coercion or some shit on all the charges. There wasn't a ton of information.
Okay, well, whatever it is, I'm gonna have them send all the rest of the stuff because just because they had it, I think they kept looking.
Yeah.
And they got, whatever they got is pretty detailed.
Okay.
It breaks down. He just told me, bro, this dude burned somebody 30 different times. It counts as, I guess, people.
You burn one person 30 times. I feel like after the first or second time, it's kind of like
people.
Oh, so he was just spreading something
I guess
around.
People was reporting him or something, right?
I just feel like herpes is not that serious. So, could it be AIDS?
No,
that's one of my many theories.
You're talking about STD, right?
Right.
It's somebody that's into porn industry.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, as a human being, you should know how to chill out. But if you're in the porn industry,
you're not a human being.
And you didn't burn, it's 30 different complaints, real complaints when you burn somebody.
Right.
And you're in the porn industry.
That's not good.
Bro, that's crazy.
This must be going back.
And he got some sexual offenses.
Yeah. That's what I saw, forced sexual coercion.
I'm willing to believe Brian might have did some telling somewhere because we're seeing 4 years. But 288s and 264s and
Oh yeah. When I interviewed Nat Turner, he told me that Brian Pumper has previously taken the stand against people.
He had to because that doesn't. The time don't fit the punishment.
Yeah.
These don't get no 4 years from the orange, bro. I don't. You know
what I'm trying to figure out is if he locked up right now because if you remember, there was clips coming out of him consistently at the bus stop, waiting around.
Yeah, I talked to him on the phone.
Wait, when? Recently?
No, probably
back then.
About 6 months ago, 5-6 months ago, because I was trying to get him up here.
And what did he say?
No, he said, cool, I'm in a halfway house, boom, bam, and he was a little hesitant, but, I knew him from my boy Robbie Rob from New York.
Yeah.
DJ Robbie Rob, that's 50 Cent's DJ.
He made the series called Life of a Porno N-Word, I believe, or
something like that.
Something like that was the series they made about him.
But he was, weird. When I told him, he kind of looked at me, so I don't know y'all history.
Right.
Well, what an exciting start to this game, Brock.
I'm thinking that's probably why he got pelted with eggs. That's like a random location.
Yeah, because why would he's not, if your halfway house is in Hollywood, you ain't catching the bus to walk around.
Nobody's going to that area unless you have a reason to be there. I'm thinking that he was homeless because he always walked around with a duffel bag.
I seen him on Venice Beach.
A lot of people did. But when I'm searching his name on YouTube, it's like there's almost nothing for the last 6 months. So I'm thinking he might be locked up right now. Or he got out of Dodge and he's living somewhere outside of LA, which also, he's kind of so famous that I would think that he would still get spotted even if he was out in Barstow or something.
Is it illegal to knowingly spread STD? Yes, in California, it's illegal to know. Yeah. So listen. Tonight, by the time we get off, they gonna send you a bunch of more stuff.
I gotta rush my current video out, and then I can make another video with that information.
Yeah, because he didn't piss them off.
The criminal history of Ryan Punk.
It's one thing when I'm pissed off and I'm telling my team to go deep.
Right.
It's another thing when I give them a request to go find something for somebody and they get mad about what they found.
Wow. So I've subjected them to a whole litany of sexual offenses that put them in a sour mood.
Well, you gotta remember, my guys are like ex-military vets. You know what I'm saying? They like regular people. These aren't no street dudes that's part of the exposure squad. You know, we got some ex-cons and some regular dudes, but we got military. But so whatever the hell they ran, they like, hey, well, I don't mind. I said, no, run it, because he just want to hear it, and we gonna send him what you're running it off of.
But that kind of makes sense to me because he's been avoiding doing any podcasts. He hasn't done podcasts. He hasn't done porn, etc. So that would kind of make sense. He doesn't want to talk about why he was locked up, so he doesn't want to do podcasts, and then he can't shoot porn because he apparently has some terrible traumatic history. That would make sense. Allegedly.
Well, I guess he can't do that. You know what his history? I like he should have became a truck driver.
There's some mystery in his history.
Riches are clear.
Yeah, those truck drivers.
You know what?
That's kind of good luck.
You gotta go get him. This old lady.
I bet he gotta go.
And just lay up like an old lady. You gotta do that.
Yeah, I feel like he tends to go in the other direction. Very, very young. Right, brother. That's one of his many allegations that's been thrown out there is that he was basically shooting with girls without properly IDing them or meeting them, getting them on camera, and then making them get an STD. This is why he lost his deal with Evil Angel, which is like a really big porn company, is because he would find girls on the train, make them get tested the next day, and then submit it, and then basically they ended up figuring out that that's what he was doing. But his logic was, I don't want to meet a girl and then convince her to do porn and then have her change her mind the next day. So that's no good from the porn perspective. It's like, that's coercion. That's
I have no idea what the hell. Now, I do porn. I just do what you call private porn.
Right. How often do you hold the camera, or do you set up a camera, or
sometimes I set it up. This morning I knew I had to leave, so
would you trust me with some of that material?
What are you talking about?
I would like to see him flat burn his cheeks.
That's some gay shit.
No, it's not. I want to look at her.
That's some gay shit.
If I'm gonna watch you lay it down, then so be it.
Weird.
That's not.
Welcome to the story.
Listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense.
Morning, you know, when I leave, I go through this little thing I do. It's R&B time.
A couple hours of food.
No, I wake her up at like 4:45. Then I position her in front of me. I give her this. What I do, I put on like a TV series on Netflix, because that's how I can time it. So I give her
not a timer.
2-episode time's worth of giving her an ass massage. She goes to sleep. She lays on side of me, and I'm here. Then I got the oils, so I drip the oils down, and I massage her ass all down her thigh. Like 2 hours, 2 episodes.
It's coming, Lamar. Hits his tight end on the corner.
I use knuckles.
See, that's the concept I want to see.
All kind of shit. And then I'll massage your feet. You know what I mean?
I'm working on a foot fetish.
You know, give her a little lollipop, the little toe action.
Okay.
Y'all suck my woman toes. I don't know about it.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, then you roll her over, then you gotta, a lot of these dudes.
No progress on first down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Lamar now from the gun.
just love that effort.
Right, but we, yeah, so what it does is it's kind of gift and a curse, because it keeps her happy, but if I'm gone about a day and a half, oh, she start tripping.
If she doesn't get...
No, just I'm gone. Like, 'cause once you pouring into your woman like that, and it's a disconnect to be away.
If she's that horny, I feel like you can't trust her.
No, I can trust my woman.
But if she's that horny after a day and a half, I mean,
no, it's like, it's not even about the sex, it's about
coverage of the NFL brings us to Mexico City. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching.
What I gotta do.
His team the
that's
best
what I need.
going into this
I need to just stay here and work on my computer for 2 or 4 days at a time. Because I was streaming yesterday for like 4 hours.
Sometimes you gotta lock up for like a day and a half. I did it. When I started to put together Bruce Mix's rollout.
So you're anticipating him being home so soon that you think that you're already working on the rollout, or is it going to be like a year?
No, we got to wait under the year. He'll be home this year. But I thought about it. Most people come home, they drop some music, but you think about it, right? So if you're dropping some music, you got to go make it. You run around, do some interviews. You look up and you let something go, and it may not work. So I'm kind of like, one thing about Blueface, what makes him the star that he is he's we got boxing, we got television, we got music. So what I did is I set up a boxing match, TV show, line up a TV show, and then I'm
Jackson from the shotgun. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Show we already scripted that right now, so we'll announce that R&B and his mom.
So you don't believe in him as a rapper anymore? You think that he needs to focus on boxing and acting?
No, we're doing all three.
Because I feel like I've always been an actual fan of him.
Don't see you missing it, right? So if he paroles, right, you got to remember, I understand Marty, right? If he paroles and got too much time on his hands, this is his first time on parole.
That's a drive killer right there. Not a really
so if he
confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
On that camera, guess what? Your boxing training, your studio, your music, you're doing all that, and you're mingling with the chicks, whatever we doing with that. So it's 3 different things going on simultaneously at one time.
He needs to be in the crib.
So
what's the main risk with him? That he goes back to the hood?
No, not.
He has all these toxic bitches around. He's getting in fights with them and stuff.
Not even that. He can handle that.
It's second down.
Him being in places, not realizing who he is.
Right.
He's so cool. He don't act Hollywood and
he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
If Creek would have did it, it wouldn't have been a problem.
So they'll wind up
You get what I'm saying? So, and I think he realizes that. So what we're doing, his rollout is going to consist of 3 things that's happening all at once. 1 month, you want me to fight. Another month, we might release some music. Another month, we release the reality show is running as all these things are going on and everything will be wrapped up in one. And then after that, right now, you got to bring me to the top of the year, and then I can tour it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Trying to go on that tour. I want to be more involved with the Blueface thing. I feel like
you already are.
Me and you as icons in the podcasting space and him as a star rapper, I think we need to embed our brands together more and more.
You already are. I'm glad you said that, because I can write you into it. You already are.
So really good starting field position past the 40-yard line.
Man, listen, what? You know, I caught a lot of flack when I first came up here.
Same.
Because you were like overly
good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10.
On some real shit, I can say, I'm like, yo, he really got to bring back. This was really like, when it came to that,
so give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch.
Being who I am and understanding business, I kind of knew how to pipe down and only go so far with that because I knew he was still with that. Why did he start taking shots at you? Because you on vacation like your vacation wasn't already scheduled before
but it's third down.
The fans scheduled to pick him up.
I mean, honestly, we spoke on the phone earlier today. He said that comment about people having their feet kicked up in the sand while they're on vacation. He said that wasn't for me. Which having a moment to think about it, cut him likely, but I'm going to cut him the maximum amount of slack because we had this nice phone call. It's like,
because he saw the way you reacted.
That's the weird thing about me and Brick is that I feel like I got so much love for him that I kind of I give him a longer leash than I'll give like almost anybody else. Well, but they're also, him and his girl both denying that they even really had a conversation with Sharp. His girl said that she spoke to him briefly, but that it wasn't anything of seriousness. But when Sharp went on his live stream or whatever, keep in mind Sharp is essentially a crackhead.
No, I'm not going to let him do that.
You don't think Sharp? No, there's a point where you drink and smoke enough cigarettes and you become a crackhead without crack.
Sharp be thinking up against you, right? I just call it how I see it. It's one of them things. Bro, Brick is BSing, talking about he wasn't talking about you. He just saw your reaction. Right? He saw your reaction, and he does what he does with everybody. He'll say something on camera, then you get on the phone with him. Nah, man, you know it really wasn't like that. I was just trolling his content. He got on that phone with Sharp, he come and be real. I was already hearing this thing about his final check. First about the final check. It was hard, and I just didn't say nothing because you didn't see I did my business.
Nobody could ever say the word Sharp name for the time that he put in.
Before Sharp said anything, I'm hearing from a certain young lady that I know his wife was talking to at the time a complaint about a check. You ain't dumb, you're doing the math. So the one other lady I might be talking to periodically that she's talking to, right? Because these two people are in the same location. So I'm hearing already some whisper about what you're not doing.
Oh, wait, you're talking to Sharice Mills.
That's a fact.
Okay.
So I'm hearing some whisper about what you're not doing already, right? When it comes to Brick. So once Sharp said it, I knew they said that to Sharp. Because it was already being whispered about.
You're now making me feel like I got sort of finessed on the phone.
You definitely, that's what Brick does. You know he does that. He does that with everybody. Whoa. I mean, you know, I ain't like that. That's what he does, right? I didn't understand why he was doing it because I'm like, hey, yo, you might need to have him to send a letter into the court. So
touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end and those sure hands, and he provides the score.
I'm gonna make sure you got some deodorant and some commissary every month. He that type of dude. Y'all got that type of relationship where, boy, you know what you get, $150 a month to go to the store. Hey, that's big, knowing you got somebody on the street that'll send you $100 a month when you doing time. That makes sure you got lotion, toothpaste, your deodorant, and something to snack on at least, right? Like, why would you burn that bridge like that?
My thing is that regardless of what he may have done or not done, and if he's been upfront with me about certain things, it's like I can't fully
so I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away.
Bon voyage to the Brick Man while he's locked up in prison. It just doesn't feel right. I gotta hold him down. We can scrap when he gets out. We can address all of our issues.
You do it how you want to do it. I'm gonna say this: Sharp wasn't lying. Because what Sharp said, I was already hearing that he said prior to Sharp saying it. So, that ain't nothing Sharp gonna lie about anyway.
With a first down as they begin the
Sharp
drive.
not just gonna come out and start talking about what you ain't doing for Brick.
Touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
If he was speculating, I bet Adam did if he was just on one. But him saying Brick called and I talked to the bike or whatever, and they tell me what's happening with this, what's happening with that, the reason why Brick thought he could trauma bomb with Sharp is why. Sharp played himself out of his last check, which he was paid. He just was paid another way.
He's on that dumpster. We sent him an invoice.
You get what I'm saying?
By the way, we're going to your credit up if you don't pay that invoice.
So you got to understand, he thought, okay, I can call over here with this. He can't call over there to Loose too much because Loose them grinding. They still getting the bag.
Right. You know, he told me earlier on the phone that he tried to get Loose to squabble him 8 different times while behind bars.
He finds his man complete. That's paid.
And then Loose is now
he'll
in
be
a separate
taken down,
part
but
of
not
the prison
before he
with
works
Dirk.
it past the 50. So now first and 10
that's
as
where
they
they put the
cross
celebrities,
into
like Loose
Miami
Cannon.
territory at the 48-yard line. He's got it to the 43 here.
Loose turned down the fade.
Second and 6.
That's cap.
You don't believe that?
No.
They never Sellies. Luce was lying about that.
Well, no, they were both lying about that.
They were playing.
That was weird. I mean, I knew they was in the same general area because we didn't hear them there talking. We knew that.
Nice
but
throw
as far as
from
them being selling, I just think they was in there. Hey, man, we're going to run the contest. Going to make people talk.
Yeah.
Really, I think.
They got all the time in the world to talk about how to make people talk about them.
Yeah, I think that's what was going on with
them. They're both so
I don't believe from the 33.
I don't believe. For one, I'm going to be real. I don't believe, listen. I don't think Brick could work loose.
Rolling to his right.
I think Brick will fight loose. I think Brick will listen to Brick. I think he has some situations going on where fighting is not really too safe for him.
He got shot in the neck. And he can't like ball his fist up as well. He probably won't want to. But that's from forever ago. So,
whatever's going on with him, I know he has some. And I have to tell myself this, like, Wack, you ever run into him? Dude is not all the way like, like, I know he got the heart to fight, but I know he has, he has some things going on that made him,
don't tell him
before he's brought down.
Well, shit, bro, you got some movement problems. I'm gonna be real, I wouldn't want to fight Brick just based upon knowing he got some things that neg me to the spine. And I'm gonna be real, I don't want to be the dude to where a dude can't pick his child up because we had a squabble behind some pots.
So you don't want to fight him because you're afraid that you will physically destroy him to the extent where he's not able to pick up a 10-pound child. That's so big of you.
No, for real though, bro. I mean, because it was on some podcast stuff like, I don't want to be the one looking up and he like, our guy, Superman, you know what I'm saying?
Christopher Reeves. Yeah, breaking to Christopher Reeves. Wow.
I wouldn't feel good about it, bro. I really wouldn't. Where I'm at mentally, I would not feel good about that.
Right.
And I'm going to be real. I'm the type of dude that even if he was to come at me, I may tag him up a little bit and say, go on, man. Like, go about you. Because I know if it gets serious, I'll black out in the fight. We may start fighting over the dice game, but my mind goes to my mama kidnapped my daughter. Everything lies on this fight.
This offense was on the move. Now two straight incompletions.
And I'm going to tell you why, because coming up as a power ruling system in my area wasn't popular. In my area, it's popular now. When you walk in there, you have to be damn near out of your mind to let that come out your mouth. Y'all remember 5-6 to 1. So you had to tune into your mental. Right? Numb yourself. Reach deep down inside and find that extra to be able to go in there and do that, because a head up was like, if you got a 3-on-1, that's close you got to a head up.
Well, I'm glad that we've established that I'm essentially like the battered wife who keeps coming back for more from my abusive husband.
Here's Brissett.
Yeah, I mean, shit's looking serious, brother. I'm glad that No Jumper had my back for the first time. Because every time something comes out about me, right, or allegedly bullshit, right, it goes up. So I'm watching yesterday, and the other day, and I see that, like, they're reporting on Big U calls Donald Trump the orange guy and thinks he can use the president to get out of this, right?
This is probably the most retarded theory I've ever heard in my entire life.
Well, he probably think he can get a hold to a certain person that's accessible to
Donald Trump has pardoned quite a few rappers and a lot of people in general. None of them have been for murder.
Yeah. Well, none of
which, not to mention, he hasn't even been found guilty of, never mind, gone to trial. So,
none of them living in 600 years. That's crazy, right?
And that is incomplete.
I'm sitting back saying,
coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts.
So
as they talk it over, we step aside. Now it's 2nd and 10.
You said WAC 100 and 600 were working for the feds and has something to do with your case. And that is an outright lie. We have no dealings with those. And you said these things to put a target on their back. So because he said it, and they know it's not to be true, they like you said, so they saying you're still trying to operate with them violence. This is what they're saying.
I mean, honestly,
that's what he was doing.
Justice system having your back.
It's not even about having my back. It's about when that DA go on record saying that's a lie, If the defense attorney can turn, if they lie, and that defense attorney turns around and can show otherwise, right, it helps them on their side, right? But I said foul.
He didn't just deny a big throw there.
What that was the drowning man trying to pull up everybody down.
One that may help save points on the board.
That's what that was. And when people read the paperwork, I think people really don't know how to read, right? Because when he looks in the camera and says,
throwing is Jackson.
Because I ain't did nothing. But you read the paperwork and you see January of 2023, the feds questioned the wife about a murder. June 2023, the feds served a warrant on you for your DNA. August 2023, the feds arrest you, your wife, and a lady named Nita for some type of fraud type of stuff. So in 2025 of March, we just gonna leave it right there. When you look in the camera and say, this is whack, 600 and loose cannon, because I ain't did nothing. Boy, you've been hemmed up 4 times in the last 2 years by the FBI. What do you mean? You didn't do nothing.
Hard to say you ain't done.
You're oblivious, like you're supposed to look in the camera and say, well, I had a few situations going on. Boom, 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 bam. So, you know, it's crazy, you know, when you read these type of things and you scratch your head, you say, damn.
I think I downloaded that one before he wanted to.
What do you
He was
feel
right up in his
about
grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Shout out to the exposure. The exposures found that court date maybe about 8 o'clock that morning.
Really? So that was last minute.
Get informed 600 that his court date was at 11:30.
That is some flagrant shit for him to do, given the reputation that you and the people associated with him have. The fact that Lovejoy is so fearless that he just shows up.
Because that's one of the
This
better
feels
tight
like a
ends around,
provocation.
and I've
Like
seen
he's
him
trying
pull
to
in
get
balls
somebody
like
to
this
do something.
before.
No, here's the
But
thing.
how about a little credit
He's
to the
in there because
defense
he wanted to
forcing
hear
that
what's going on.
incompletion.
Okay. So he's
Right?
independent
And his
journalist.
kick here
He
is
want to know
good.
what's going
And a
on.
couple lead back
That's
down
how
to
we was
4
able to
now,
know what went on before the
14-10.
documents came
So
out.
they're
Before
able
the
to
minute
end that
orders came
drive
out
with
because he
3
was in
points
there.
in this one
You know what I
possession
mean? Like, I
ball
got
game.
some,
And
I got
ideally,
the
you
recording
want to
when
end
they
every
post them in
drive
the
with
hallway.
points.
I
Most
got all that
quarterbacks would
content.
say, let's end it with a
I got the
kick,
content.
He
right?
recorded
A
it?
PAT, that's
you know.
number one.
You got the content.
Someone else recorded it? Someone there?
You
Why
really
didn't you
don't
go?
want to do
You
that.
could've gone, right?
In this case, they'll take the
I was
field
out of
goal
town.
and
I
get
don't
prepared
really
for the rest of the game.
deal with court bills unless I got to take somebody's wife or mother or kids, you know, stepping into the court with
6-0 business.
or
right?
I got to go.
You don't want to involve yourself.
Or I got to go support.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
When it comes to everything Big U got going on,
He's going to air one out.
That's what he had going on. But
penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
You know what I'm saying? Because see,
so even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get three before halftime.
And
the
13 puts it
through. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis and Brandon Gordon.
Damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think about that. I don't got that type of malice in my heart.
And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. So first and 10 now from the 30.
But you were kind of celebrating him having this case.
No, I
wasn't publicly.
No, I never celebrated.
Jefferson the target.
How? How was that?
So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down.
He was going down, and then it actually happened.
No, I never know. I said, I've always said the grid program. And the grid program's in there.
Escaping the pressure.
We've been advocates of that. That's what that is. And we don't agree with what that stands for. Being a street dude in the street.
Defensively, they haven't let him
Because you
just
play
sit in the
both
pocket
sides of
and
the
get
fence. It's like,
comfortable. That's
all right, on this
opposite of a
side,
lot of game
on
plans in
this.
today's NFL.
But then, when I get into
You're
with
trying to
these
keep the
dudes
quarterback
on these
hemmed
blocks,
in.
right,
In this
I
case,
can use
they
that.
brought the heat,
You
and
get
if he
what I'm saying?
flushes out,
If you
they're
ran the
fine
grid,
with that.
I wouldn't
And of
have
course,
nothing to
another
say.
incompletion.
Because
So
they're
many
walking
times
a
we look at
different
the
walk.
opening drive
But
of
a
the third
dude
quarter
is
as a
calling
tone
himself
setter, and many
running the
coaches do
hood,
emphasize it.
and you
And that's a
doing
strong
things,
performance there
bro, you
defensively.
can't be
To force
in business with
incompletion,
the
and more
police
importantly,
department.
force a quick
You
punting
just
situation.
can't, and none of it makes sense. You get what I'm saying? So, on that, we've always stood on that. As far as when we heard about the murder and the investigation, hey, bro, you know one thing, when the troll is on, the troll is on.
I hear that. I tried to...
the troll is on.
So the victim's mother, Rayshawn's mother, actually did TMZ and spoke about her experience, saying that she wants him to fry. She said she wants him to fry in jail for the rest of his life, which I think she's like kind of mixing metaphors right there, because that's not really when they say they want him to fry, they're talking about the death penalty typically. Either way, but I reached out trying to lock in an interview with her and was told that they don't want anything to do with anything that has anything to do with Whack 100.
Well, maybe because I didn't give him no money.
Well, also you exposed the whole thing before it came out, which they asked you not to.
Listen, and I tell people this. This is real shit. My phone rings at least 50 to 80 times a day. With all kind of shit. Other morning, some dude called me 6 in the morning. Yo, Whack, I'm in the halfway house, don't hang up, I got a story. And I said, okay, what's your name? He tells me, I'm on the phone with the dude out. This dude, I gotta sing this shit for your channel. This is the most hyped, excited snitch I've ever heard. He's proud of being a snitch. He told about everybody he snitched on, why he snitched. He said he's in the halfway house trying to snitch down his 2 years of federal parole he has. Like, this dude was so excited. I'm like, damn. I said, you know what? You don't mind me recording this, bro, because the kids need to hear this. I got it. When I send you this, you're going to trip out, bro.
Kids need to hear it so that they understand how much people are snitching.
His dude was an authentic street dude, all that. He would go out, right, and get a dude and say, bro, you should be a pimp. Just to snitch on him and turn him in and get the money. Right. He would create a criminal to tell on the criminal.
Build it there.
Straight up, bro. This shit is not about, and he's happy about it.
Wow. Lots of a dime break.
Yeah, so, you know, but nevertheless, it's a lot going on. Brick, I don't know when he go back to court. Loose cannon, we can't find his minute orders to his thing, so I don't know.
Did you hear Sharice Mills and Munchie screaming at each other over the phone?
Yeah, I seen that. Munchie, I gotta say, Munchie was doing right.
He was on
No.
He was ready.
Munchie said 2-3 times, could you stay in a woman's place? I'm talking to your man.
Right.
So, you know, at that point, when you tend to go there, and I heard Munchie say, all right, you want to play his own, so I'm waiting to see. Munchie up to something.
She was defending the color of her bathwater pretty intensely.
No, but that came after, like, twice.
But, I mean, she does have a good point that it could have been a bath bomb.
No, I didn't.
Like, imagine her just being so dirty that she just made the water all
I don't believe she's dirty, but I believe in that situation, Munchie and Luce was doing their thing. I believe right now, Luce Cannon is starting to understand is certain things he can't say on that phone. So he was kind of handicapped. That was a reserved Luce Cannon. You know what I'm saying? You notice you didn't hear about him, what he would do to him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
It's weird. Okay, when I see a situation like that, or when I see stuff going on with, T-Row beefing with somebody and his girl's all up in the mix and shit, I'm so thankful that I got a girl who's kind of reserved. All she does is random guys on camera. She doesn't get involved with the beef, which I really
Mine don't even do that.
See? Okay, there you go, yeah. You really got the best of both worlds, yeah. Actually, no, your girl's in the beef.
Huh?
I mean, she's in the beef really just as supporting you. Like, she'll make a post about you when people are talking shit about you, and she'll celebrate you and talk about how great you are. But she doesn't get in and say, hey, you bitch ass.
And trust me, she has a mouth. She is well trained, 100 side trenches trained. That woman could talk some crazy stuff.
Right.
She didn't pack me up before. Well, I'm looking at the phone like, did she just say that to me? I swear to God.
But you tell her that you don't want her, getting in the mix and screaming on everybody.
You know what? I've never had to tell her that. That's just her. You got to remember, this side of R&B when it comes to me is a learned thing. Her initial step is to be a certain way. classy lady. You know what I'm saying? She was an ordained minister. She can marry people. You know, she knows the book like the Bible like the back of her hand.
So
had her
she
own
was
church.
a minister, like
she had her own church.
In church. Wow, it must be weird for the people who used to go to her church to listen to you talk about f***ing her so much.
You should see her Facebook.
Isn't a minister not supposed to have sex? Or I guess that's a priest.
You should see her Facebook. The people on there is crazy. Really? It's a mixed thing. You got some people like, well, I wish I could be free and unlocked like you, look like you having fun, enjoying. Then you got the other ones like, I can't believe it.
I can imagine, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Mississippi,
you know,
looking at her like, whoa.
Yeah, she'll kill. She'll kill. So, you know, her first step is always to be a decent woman. But, you know, she can talk, but she just understands man business. You know what I'm saying? So Munchie was attempting to do that. He was. I seen it.
Right.
You know
that was crazy because as soon as, I mean, really Lou started it. Like, there was no chance of that being a civil conversation because he started screaming some peanut butter shit right away.
But see, this is what's weird.
Which now we know that everybody's getting peanut butter.
No, I don't know nothing about that.
No, there's a lot. It's a whole thing.
This is what's
taking over LA.
No, this is what's weird.
I'm a peanut butter somewhere on the streets.
Munchie was on the live in the back with a few other people. It might have been Flaco, Remo, or something. And Lou's called in. And it was cool.
Even with Munchie there?
Munchie was there.
Oh, okay.
So this is why I'll be like...
Maybe he didn't know he was there.
No, he talked to him. Munchie was talking, so I'll be like, damn, y'all was just cordial back here. Like, what happened here? Yeah, maybe a couple weeks ago.
I feel like every time Munchie's been on camera, it's been with me.
It was in the back. It was Remo. I know for sure. Munchie came in late. He was sitting behind Remo. Somebody from maybe Long Beach was in. I don't know.
Yeah, we got some Long Beach.
Yeah, it was a few people back there, and it was in the back, and it was live.
I'm going to Long Beach tomorrow and do a podcast with the Viral Way.
Oh, y'all, I see it.
Seen it?
They're at it right now.
Brandon?
No, they're at it right now. I seen that too.
Oh, man.
They're at it right now. I see with the Hispanics.
They're out here just making noise. They really don't.
But here's the thing, though, right? I think everybody, especially them, and those some intelligent brothers. I've been watching them right now. Salute them on what they do. I think they're going a long way. Shout out to the Viral Way. I respect
them. It's like alternate universe figures where instead of just beefing with each other, they actually are like paying attention to the news.
Yeah, but I think they're starting to see, like, okay, Wack don't be the one starting some of this shit. They really antagonizing it, and when I respond, when we respond, we sit back and think about how we're gonna respond, and it's an explosion. So we respond so big, it's like we look like the bullies, like we started it. No, I'm responding, and it's crazy when I think they said something about the blacks are holding the Hispanics back in the rap.
There was another Hispanic-led podcast, which I don't actually remember the name of, and they said basically that Mexicans would be bigger in the music industry if black people weren't holding them back, that blacks like to keep them in their place.
Okay, now here's the thing. Here's the thing with that, right?
They weren't feeling that.
Here's the thing. Don't justify your weakness through our strength.
Right.
See, it's some things they're stronger at us than, you know, in this world, right?
And since when are the black residents of Los Angeles in the music community united in any way? In fact, they have the opposite reputation that there's constant infighting and the gang shit makes it almost impossible for everybody to get along.
We gonna kill all that. We're dealing in a world of DSPs, the digital era, right? So when you put your music out, your fans, that's to the liking of your music, they respond by your following.
And there are a lot of Mexican rappers from Southern California who have big organic fan bases.
Yeah, I watch Coyote
Coyote growing
about 18 to 20.
First down, here's Lamar. He brings it in. And he's to the 5 before going out of bounds.
These intermediate gains, that's the wheelhouse for these two to connect on. Start the series off well. It sure keeps the defense on its toes in case they try to load up and just simply cover the receivers.
Lamar off the play fake. Buying some time left. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Well, Brock, Chuck, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect on that touchdown pass.
And that's all about the attention to details, Kate. It really is. The offensive line getting their pads down. The running back and quarterback at that mesh point, making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Now is Dixon. A kick this
Enough in general. I don't really think it's split along racial lines. Imagine if I were trying to make that argument about white people.
Listen,
we got essentially 0 relevant white rappers in the history of LA hip-hop.
But we got one of the greats, Eminem. Right?
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Getting out to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk.
We dominate over there.
I mean, there's a lot of different segments of
we dominate as black people in stand-up comedy. If you ask who are the top 5, top 10 is going to be Negro. You may throw George, what's his name? What's our guy name? He's pretty good. He played George Torres, George Lopez. Right? Other than that, bro, you ain't getting around Red Fox, Richard Pryor, goddamn, the list goes on and on.
ChatGPT, let's see what it's got to say. Top 10 current stand-up comics.
Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
He doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down.
Look at the coverage on that play, Kate. I love that. That is textbook defense right there. When the quarterback escapes the pocket, and you got to find somebody. You got to go get sticky on the offensive guy. It's exactly what the secondary did, and it forces the throwaway.
Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. So 4th down, and a big-legged Michael Dixon out to punt. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Takes it in at the 26. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they'll have a chance to run one play before time expires. Rolling out to his left. Now he fires it deep down the near sideline. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
Having that discussion about somebody named Ali Wong over Richard Pryor's, Eddie Murphy's, Red Fox's, Steve Harvey's, Dave Chappelle's. Like, what are we talking about?
I'm just not willing to accept that this Ali Wong character is bigger than Dave Chappelle.
I mean, what are we talking about?
We're underway in the second half of a deadlocked game. Johnson now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He finds his running back. Nice work, complete. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
touchdown after a big play. Working inside the red zone. Chased out to his right. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up second down.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time, secondary, well, they got real sticky, stayed tight, and forced the throw away.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They go play fake with Jackson. And take this across. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins take the lead right away in half number 2. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Dolphins break that tie and now lead by 7.
This could be it. This could be it.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. Return starts at the 3. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Into heavy coverage, and that's intercepted. And the Dolphins are tackled just beyond midfield following the interception.
Let's go.
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Oh, he gets clobbered behind the line.
That's got to be so frustrating for the when you're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Dumped off to his running back. He goes out a little short of the 40.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
3rd and 4 coming up now. From the gun, Jackson. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. That play good for 17 on a first down.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. If I was around Dallas, Clark, and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make the play just as that tight end did.
It's a gain of 12 there. And it'll be first down, Miami. Jackson's going to throw again. Another touchdown. It's intercepted. And the Eagles have it perilously close to their own goal line. Looks like it's at the 2. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you can't risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Second and 6 coming up here. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Barkley's got it. And this one does not go far. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. He'll throw it. That's into the hands of Barkley.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Looking to throw. And they won't do it. So that falls
Let's go. Good defense.
Breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
They'll run here on first down. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Bails out of the pocket quick. Oh, he was on the move, and so is the defense, and they take him down. So timeout comes in. Looks like the defense using its first. It stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, they bring him out for his most important kick of this game. High percentage look for him here from the left hash. One of the league's elder statesmen knocks it through. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. He's going to push one deep. He's got it at the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles make it a 4-point game here in the 4th. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from the field goal to make this game in the 4th. They got the score and now need to pull off this onside kick. And the Dolphins get on that football. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult. Hey, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
2nd down, Jackson to pass. He's got his man, that's Travis Kelce. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Give now to the running back. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. Wow, they're going to pass it here. Here's the connection to Jones. And they finally bring him down.
Let's go.
They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain, turning into an explosive play.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Eagles decide to spend their 3rd and final timeout. Another chance for it. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Third time's the charm. He gets it again. And that should just about do it, folks. They take it in for the touchdown, and that should...
That's how it started.
GG.
Now, from the Valley of the Sun, EA Sports welcomes you inside State Farm Stadium, just west of downtown Phoenix, Arizona. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup. And I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Let's go.
First carry for one of the league's best workhorses, Derrick Henry. And he's hit behind the line of scrimmage and taken down right away. A loss of yards. What a message on the first play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Gonna go right back to Henry. And you'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up. He'll drop to throw.
Come here, dog. Come here, dog.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. And the shotgun, here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Jefferson. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Here's a 1st carry for their running back. And he's got it. 1st down. A pickup of 4.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get him up on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
This one is complete along the sideline. A very nice job to fit that ball in. It'll be a modest gain.
The best guys I've been around, Mike, they have a sense where they can see the ball, but they can feel the sideline. And that's kind of an innate sense that these guys have that allows them to concentrate and secure the catch and ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Play action now. Jackson. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And the Dolphins have got a 1st and goal. He's out of bounds at the 4-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup, and that's good for a 1st down. To the air one more time with Jackson. And he's in. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
$7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. The return is Ricky Pearsall. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
Got it. Ready?
Let's end this drive with 6-0.
Get it.
They'll start out on the ground with Henry. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. 2nd and 7.
70, Timberwolf. Drop 60, drop 60. Ready?
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Come on, come on.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Henry. And the final play in this opening quarter.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. What are you doing? Guys, we can do better.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now.
First carry now for Jahmyr Gibbs. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
70.
First down, and they stick with Gibbs. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
Out of the gun. Here's a give to Henry. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
60 Bison.
Now this time they'll look to throw. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
He's got about the 8, and he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Now the try here for the point after. The kick is good. And the Cardinals will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Off the play fake. Jackson. That's caught by Jefferson on the right side. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play. First half, all tied at 7. We'll have more from Glendale after this. 3rd and a yard. From the gun, Jackson. That one caught by Smith. A gain there of 10 yards. Good for a Dolphins first down.
So initially, I think the defense did a really nice job, Mike. They took away the quarterback's first couple reads, but he knows exactly where that
chunk here in this good-looking drive. Pickup of 14 and a first down. On play action, here's Jackson. And this one is caught with momentum. That'll take him out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Could not get himself turned upfield.
Really nice job here by the defense, staying disciplined as the quarterback gets flushed from the pocket. I mean, how often do we see those guys kind of creep in and allow the ball thrown over their head? They took away everything downfield, and all the quarterback could do was back this one off short to his back, and there wasn't much there.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes third down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down mark. That one is good. And the Dolphins get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. First and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
They'll work straight ahead with Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Well, a really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up first downs without having to get to third down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
They're going to work this down inside the 45.
And now you can see they're really getting in rhythm in this 2-minute drive. Now, after that last completion, Mike, they cross midfield. Now the mindset goes to, all right, we got to come away with some points. They've got a quarterback who's in complete control, and they got to see if they can finish this thing off. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
That's taking it. It's Xavier Leggett. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
50 Bobcat, 50 Bobcat.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
Williams now to return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. And now we'll get a late timeout coming in the waning moments of this second quarter. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now, faking the give. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Could not ask for more from that first half. All even as we begin quarter number 3. On the return, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. To throw is Jackson. There's Jefferson. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. Now give on the ground. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Second down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time, but contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Jackson. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Miami.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Pearsall going to return it. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line.
On the 6. Here we go. Strike.
Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. They get 11, and quickly pick up the 1st down. Again, right up the middle to Henry. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down.
Cougar 19. Get it.
We'll go again here with Henry. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. 1st down. A zone read here, and he's going to keep this himself. And maybe the quarterback should have given that one away. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Ready.
They'll look to throw. And Derrick Henry. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
So there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They got it inside the 15. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Henry. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that 1st down. On 2nd down, here's a run with Henry. A 2nd effort, and he is in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Cardinals. So they're not level yet. A critical extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the 4th quarter. still even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. The man coming across the field. He's got it. And he'll wind up out of bounds past the 45-yard line. Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. They're going to work this down inside the 45.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, 4th quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain here as they try to go take this lead. Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up the 2 3rd down?
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. What about this crowd getting even louder before 3rd and 10? On play action, he'll set up to throw. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 23 yards. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning remain as we get set for 1st and 10. Jackson up top again. He'll get this into the hands of his running back. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. Greg, every touchdown counts the same, but the ones you get in the 4th quarter, they are the ones that feel a little more important.
Yeah, now that pressure shifts to your defense, your offense was able to go out and get the lead here late. Does your defense have enough left in them to get one more stop?
The extra point is up and through. And the Dolphins will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Saul, going to return it. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. Here is 1st and 10.
Mustang 19. Let's go now.
They'll drop to throw. Open receiver, the former Gator, Ricky Pearsall. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Short pass taken in by Bryant. 13 yards on that pass play. It's an Arizona 1st down.
19 sight, 19. Good.
They'll set up to throw. Gets this into the hands of Green. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's Henry. And he finds some space tackled after a gain of 7 on 1st down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches. He'll drop the throw. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the 4th quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can flip.
They have a chance on 4th down, and it's intercepted.
Let's go.
Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you were sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Play action now. Jackson. His fullback releasing, and he's going to bring it in. 19 yards right away to kick off this drive.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time a team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You saw a great example of it here.
Down to a knee here goes Jackson, and that should do it. That'll do it for us, for my partner, Greg Olson, our entire team, Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports. For more, check us out on X at EA Sports_Mutt. With that, we say so long, everyone.
A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Hello all, Kate Scott up here in the booth, and joining me as always, my partner, Brock Hewlett. All right, Brock, everyone hoping we see a competitive contest here, and both teams feel they can provide that.
Yeah, this should be a good one. I mean, we just stacked these two teams up. We've all done our homework. They've done a lot more practice time and film watching and everything else. But by all accounts, the numbers will tell you, the talent will tell you, we're going to have a competitive chess match, and I can't wait to watch it.
And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end Six out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
And that was almost one of those nice choke plays you like to see in the NFL camp, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Herbert from the gun. And take him down right along the 30. It's a 26-yard pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Bengals.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. He's got it at the 6. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Well, whether he stays the go-to guy the entire game, we will all judge together, but no doubt about it on that opening drive, Brock. He was the star. Bunch of catches and a touchdown to begin this one.
Yeah, I think this is twofold. Number one, you love to get this guy started early. He's a playmaker. He's a difference maker. Number two, this defense, well, they better be on high alert because this offense feels like they have a matchup they can attack, and that time attack a 3rd time for 6.
The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Johnson with a return here. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to work this down to the 41. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1. From the 41. Ryan sometime right. Risky throw, and they're going to intercept it. And the Bengals get the football on the 1st turnover of the contest. Already in an early hole on the scoreboard. That is not what they needed in response, Brock. Giving away possession with the pick.
You know, we got a lot of game left, obviously. Nowhere close to them putting it away. But you can see things starting to unravel a little bit, even after just 2 possessions. A touchdown here could really continue that momentum. It was an overwhelming.
And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here. Herbert now off the play fake. Someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Juju Brents with a pick. He pays the price for the interception. Big hit brings it into that return. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, kid. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
There it is. Touchdown, Miami. The Dolphins pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. You love seeing a tight end get the chance to show off those wheels, right? And in the best of cases, he could rumble the whole way home.
Think of getting somebody with that type of mass rolling at full speed. Who's really going to want to stand in the way, wants to stop him anyhow? The answer, nobody.
His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft it and try to stick him deep. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. The drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, he falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
The offense not shy about sending them downfield to try and stretch that secondary. Even still, one of the deeper targets you'll see him get. It's a shame they couldn't find a connection.
Wheeled in by Higbee. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. They strike for 23 yards. And it sets up a Cincinnati 1st down. Completed here to Pickens. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. That's the end of one. Both teams with a little luck finding the end zone early. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll be right back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. Time for our 2nd quarter. It'll be Bengals football to begin. They're looking at 2nd and pretty short. That throw finds Pickens. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Offense up to the line fast. Here's Breesaw on the ground for the 1st time. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
That one complete to Higbee. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that will set up 1st and goal. And he's got it. Had to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Bengals take a 2nd quarter lead. Kicking team out to try the extra points. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Bengals break that tie and now lead by 7. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. They're out and set, 1st and 10. They go play fake with Jackson. He rolls to his right. Now here he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
Well, QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right, and even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the 1st down.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. That pass is complete to Kelsey. A massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Hits his running back. Even 10 yards on the play. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They're now set for 1st and 10. From the go, Jackson. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Bengals bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
Well, that's now his second time that he's put his defense in a tough spot. That's a hard thing about playing quarterback, Kate. You know, with these interceptions and now the second on the day, you're asking your defense again to step up to another series, another possession, another challenge. This quarterback's got to start protecting the football.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Makes the grab and bounds left side. Give him 32 on the play. And it'll be first down, Bengals.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive jump. You've got to get the big play. Not go to the outside. That gets the job done.
Almost the completion of the whole team there. So second down coming up.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, it just couldn't quite hang on.
Catch is made. Touchdown, Cincinnati. The Bengals grow their lead just before halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Bengals double their lead to 14. The kicking team out there now for the Bengals, and they're going to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it second down.
I mean, you can see it right there. The trajectory of the ball changed as it was in flight. You know, on shorter throws, receivers, they can focus, they can adjust quickly. But on a long-distance throw like that, a tip, or it really alters the course of the ball and makes it so tough.
It's another interception. And the Bengals get it back after making their third first-half interception.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Up in the booth with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and kickoff straight ahead, CD. What's one thing that you're going to have your eye on?
I think about what the great coaches of the past always said, the key to any ball game. Can you rush theirs and protect yours? Well, in this case, both of these teams get after the quarterbacks. I'm watching the pass rush.
On to get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Miami. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Peterson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and forced an incompletion.
Well, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Now Jackson. He's got his man, Gates. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Smith trying to run for it. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Steps away. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack for a loss of a yard, and now it'll be 3rd and goal.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
Hard throw, incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the opening drive for the Dolphins yields 3. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a nice return, but he's going to pay for it as they knock him down hard at the end. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. Richardson. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Richardson looking to throw. Gates with a grab. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
Here's a tap forward by Richardson. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Deion Sanders up to make the tackle.
That was a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now Richardson back to throw it. And that's complete to Gates. And they'll get this down to the 10. That'll put him at an even 50 receiving yards now in this first half. And it's a first down. Up the middle, Jones. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Second down, another shot for Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Antonio Gates, 71 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the...
Listen, he been extorting people and taking booty for years. All right? So you got to go to jail and stay there. Fuck Big U. Who the fuck about Big U? All right? He made me stop being 6'0". I was 6'0", gang. All right? They kill Quando people. Big U.
I'm Kevin Hart. I'm Kevin Hart. I'm Kevin Hart. I love acting, but my true...
He takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Malik Neighbors, 53 yards. And the Chiefs get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played.
It's like kind of like going half on the baby. Let's go half on Adam baby. But you can take the ass.
You want to buy no jumper for $5 million?
Yeah, it's $5 million, but I gotta evaluate it. So he has so much debt, he probably get about 500 of that. But you know, Adam he got a gambling problem. He got a gambling problem. He got a problem with getting high off his own supply. I mean, it's cool to have the porn, but why you gotta get two? I mean, come on, gang. You taking all the camera time from everybody because you want to get fucked. Stop playing with me. Come on, Adam over there getting, and that's the budget. Everybody gotta try them black. Right? Lena need to try them. Right? Adam trying to try them all, and it's making no jumper go bankrupt. Because Adam over there jumping on all the dick. Next question.
Defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. Boswell for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Take my booty, right? I've been in the industry for a long time. Nobody never try to take my booty like that. Try to take my booty like O.G. Percy. You know O.G. Percy from Texas?
Yes,
the one that be beating on his son?
The one on his son?
Yeah, that be beating on his son. Yeah, he ain't beat his son good. Yeah, he beat his little ass. Yeah, I'm gonna beat Adam like that. Because they try to take my booty. You don't know how that feels. Right, I've been around the best. I done died thick. Think I'm gonna let Adam get some for? Stop playing on me. Stop playing on me. Ain't no game. I'm not giving up my booty.
Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second.
Not my booty, gang.
How aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
My booty.
Just how much they trust their guys
in
this situation.
They ass casting over there. They ain't no podcasting. Don't bring Adam up no more, gang.
Jackson.
I see a lot of people in the comments saying that you don't have $5 million to buy it.
Yeah, guys, if I ain't got $5 million, then everybody don't understand what money is. Let me tell you what money is. You don't need $5 million. Just need to know somebody with it. You telling me I don't know nobody with $5 million? That's what you telling me. Something I've been in the industry for years, guys. I got more than $5 million. Now they owe me $50 million. No, ain't nobody said that. You said that. You think I'm broke? Stop playing on me. I know you said that. Ain't nobody said that shit to you. Everybody know I'm rich and famous. Stop playing on me, Capone. Everybody know I'm rich.
So from me?
Yeah, Capone saying that shit. Everybody know I'm rich, yeah.
Remaining in this first half as the kicks away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
I just know you've been wanting to try Domino's new Parmesan stuffed crust. And there's no better time than now to try because all pizzas are 50% off at Domino's from now until April 27th.
Fuck that. Nigga, I'm OTF. Stop playing with me. I'm OTF. You know I'm from Chicago, nigga. Nigga, I always flying for dirt. Oh, dirt. Yeah.
But we do know there's some risk
takers out there. Adam recently made a video detailing his no-jumper situations, and in this video he says that no-jumper is going broke.
Yeah, because when the feds wrap up the case, you don't get the money no more. Yeah, the feds pay you as long as you're giving the information, but when you stop giving the information, you kind of like don't get the money.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half.
But you can take the ass.
A final shot before the half. Richardson eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play.
Out of porn, but why you got to get about 500 of that? Because, you know, Adam he got a gambling problem. He got a gambling problem. He got a problem with getting high off his own supply. I mean, it's cool to have the porn, but why you got to give two? I mean, come on, gang. You taking all the camera time from everybody because you want to get drinking, and that's up the budget. Everybody got to try them black, right? Lena need to try them, right? Adam trying to try them all, and it's making no jumper go bankrupt. Because Adam over there jumping on all the details.
Made right there at the 25-yard line. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Richardson looking to throw this. Caught by Gates, left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. Jones will come now in motion right. Richardson working from the gun. And incomplete on the deep ball. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. Richardson out of the shotgun. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Cam Chancellor, he can do it. This time it's a sack on the safety blitz. Not a blitzer, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
From the shotgun, Richardson. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Well, now they'll try the end around. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
These guys off the edge are already tough to contain when they're protecting a stationary target. Ask them to hold their blocks when a runner is struggling to find a lane, often an impossible task. Regardless of the outcome on the scoreboard, that will be one of this game's biggest stops.
Here's Richardson to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. 20. 5. And he will bring it back. It's
Uh-huh.
Now the try here for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Points certainly not at a premium here.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot.
So when I go ahead and shit and get this, so damn, like I ain't been all weekend, I forgot on mama. And they only feed you honey buns. But the same honey buns they feed you, you kind of like use it for a pillow too. So I'm kind of like up in St. Louis, a honey bun, a pillow, I got to get out of there. So I tell him I got diabetes. He asked me what type I had, and I said 5. He said, no, you don't got diabetes. I thought it was really a 5 diabetes, so I'm tripping already. So I'm like, damn, I can't use that. So I'm like, I'm gonna kill myself. He said, well, kill yourself then. I'm like, what the can I do? So I laid down on the ground and pissed on myself, right? That's what I'm mama. So I pissed on myself, and I laid still for a long time. They called the ambulance, they called everybody. When they got there, they let me sit there for like an hour first. So I imagine sitting there with you, everybody moving you, trying to get you to move, but you was just saying there like, damn. In my head, I'm thinking like, when they gonna call the ambulance? I could be dead. That's what I'm listen, so I'm sitting there and I'm peeing. So I'm like, maybe if I shit, they'll do something. Cause I know when you shit, that means you dead. So I'm like, let me go ahead and shit real quick. So I was trying to shit, so I go ahead and shit real quick. So when I go ahead and shit and get the shit out, I know they start smelling. So I know they start moving like a little different. So I know the ambulance coming and shit. So when they get there, the first day they get in, they come in, they know I smell like shit and piss at the same time. And I'm keeping it real, gang. Stop playing with me. Now I get out the jail, I got to the whole weekend. I'm up and staying the whole weekend.
Not the point.
Listen.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Add this game to the last one, and they moved the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him.
The middle hospital. But I don't think it's going to be easy to get out the middle hospital. Boy, I swear they kept me there for 30 days. I swear I'm wrong. They kept me 30 days. I could have got out.
You cannot tell me this is not the...
For a Chiefs touchdown. Anthony Richardson. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the Their dream scenario.
Got a female. She's a beautiful woman. Her name's Sophia.
Timeouts, so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
I ain't smoking. I ain't smoking. I swear to God.
Oh, hey, look, man, you really can't smoke, bro.
I ain't smoking.
Please keep that out of the camera, dog, man. That shit, you know how the last one took forever to come out? That's why, because they had to go in there and do that shit.
Yeah, that wasn't. Yeah, that be the spirit. The spirit got to get filled. But look at the Illuminati, because they fill you with dick sometimes. But I ain't filled with that. No Nelly. But I'm sorry. Let me get in the spirit.
Well, you know, some of the surprising news coming out of Dallas is that Yellow Beezy was arrested for the murder of Mo 3.
Damn right! Yeah! You gotta slide back. That's all I'm. You gotta slide back. If he wouldn't have got arrested for the murder, that means he never slid back. Right? In the street, you gotta slide back. You gotta kill. Come on, you got to kill. That means he a real street nigga. And all real street niggas gotta go to the penitentiary with her.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw. Richardson. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10.
And this is obviously a spot where you lean on your stars. Get the ball to them in open space. Let them do what they do.
Richardson to throw it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by an American hero, Pat Tillman. And the Dolphins have just about sewn up this football game. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the play.
Remember I told you about the ego?
But
they got egos in the hood. That ain't them. That's their ego. See, don't nobody know who they really is. If they paid attention, they can find themselves. That's what's wrong with the streets. So we ain't talking about, what's his name, Yellow Bitch? What's his name?
Yellow Beezy.
Yeah, Yellow Beezy. Yeah, that ain't Yellow Beezy. That's the demon inside him. His name Ego. All these YNs, they full of ego, right? So shout out to him. And that singer gonna be lonely because it's lonely at the top and the bottom. Oh, is he gonna be the top or the bottom in jail?
I guess the simple question.
Top or the bottom, what?
Yeah, in jail. He gonna be the top or the bottom.
I don't know.
Yeah.
He bailed out though. He's already out.
Oh yeah, $750,000. He couldn't pay the whole thing. Yeah, they had to give him a discount on his freedom. He got life on layaway. You ever heard of that? Life on layaway?
Life on layaway.
Yeah, that's where they let you out for a little while, but they still give you life. Like Lil Thug. They finna give him 15 years now for making that post. So when it don't matter. Probation, bond, all that is called jail time on layaway. Let me tell you how it works. All right, I tell you something.
He had to use to bail out.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. They broke. You don't know that? Let me tell you how it works. All right, I tell you this all the time, but I don't think they live off debt. Everybody living off borrowed money in the industry. The industry live off borrowed money. Everybody's in debt. All right, no one got no money. The rappers are broke. That's why you got more money than all the rappers. But they broke and they gay. That's why mama. Stop playing with me. Yellow Bees ain't got no money. Ain't nobody got no money, and it's a shame because they give away all their talent, they give away all their hard work for a green piece of paper that ain't shit. Ooh, shit, damn, I'm finna throw up. I'm finna throw up. Don't talk about that.
Spell that eye test.
Don't talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. That's disgusting. I want to change the world, Capone. But I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his way. Yeah.
They're saying.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
You gotta be a gangster.
But they're saying that because the pressure the Mo3 put on Yellow Beezy is what made him have to do that to Mo3.
You don't get it. It ain't the pressure that they put on each other. It's the people in the middle. See, everybody worried about the people in the middle, kind of like the cheerleaders, the fans, the niggas in the hood, to tell you got bitches. They the ones sending everybody off. Stop playing with me. I don't want to worry about no niggas that's running around being controlled by what everybody else think about them. Everybody think I'm gay. I don't take no boo. Right? If I was taking boo, y'all be, I'm not saying, what I'm saying though, I'm just saying you like probably they probably like that.
Every situation.
2nd and 1. Finding Pearson. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 6-0 lead right away. Ricky Pearson with the touchdown. Going after up and good from Boswell. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. And that return comes to an end as they touch him down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. His first offering of the game lines up incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. You wanted to make this offense win everything. He just did.
45, 1st and 10. Blitz coming here, Jackson. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they face 2nd down. And again, it's Jackson. Defender lines right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing.
Isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. So the Dolphins readying for the punt. And this will bring a drive that had some promise to a disappointing end. And the sunlight's not a problem for him. He looks up and makes the fair catch. No return on that punt. And it'll be Jaguars football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Down motion, Johnson right. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. A dangerous throw. He almost got burned by it. The interception dropped and incomplete on 1st down. So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Looking for a throw here. Got a man. Patterson has it. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game.
They can't wait to tell. They go on podcast and tell everything. Go on, gang, stop playing with me. You know that happened. You know that happened. Meek Mill will be. I don't give a fuck about Meek Mill. I don't give a fuck about him. I'm for real, gang. I don't give a fuck about Meek Mill. Who give a fuck about Meek Mill? He got out of jail, and what did he do? Nothing. He did since he's been out of jail. What say, I'll give you $100,000, you prove I'm not gay. What kind of man say that? What kind of man got to pay to prove you're not gay? Stop playing on me. I told you to prove you're not gay, pull your pants down, show your booty hole in. Because when you gay, your booty hole got wrinkles in it. I bet you he got a loose booty. I bet you that booty hole wrinkled as hell. That man gay. Meek Mill, you watching this, you got 24 hours to show your asshole. 24 hours. 24 hours, nigga. You got 24 hours to show your ass, nigga. I want to see that ass. I gotta make sure you're not gay.
Don't want to see that ass.
You got 24 hours to show, not the whole ass. I don't want to see the whole part. I don't want to see the whole, not the booty. I don't want to see the booty. I don't want to see the whole part. Just show me like the, what's that part? What's that part? What's that whole part? What's that part, Capone?
I don't know, the whole.
Yeah, I didn't see that part. Meat meal, you got 24 hours, nigga. 24 hours.
You don't got 24 hours, gang.
He got 24 hours.
Good, I'm giving you a pad. You get a worldwide pad.
Come on, gang, you gotta see his ass. He went around saying he not gay, he paying $100,000. See, I want to prove he gay to get that $100,000. He got to when I prove he gay. And if his ass got wrinkles in it, it's a booty hole, you know, when you hit the girl's booty, it'll like hemorrhoids in there. So if his booty hole like him, it's like hemorrhoids in there. So if his booty hole like hemorrhoids in there, then he's gay. If it's not, then he's straight. Make sense?
Now, some really sad news came out of Memphis, man, is Say So P was in front of a hotel with Sauce Walker, and they were ambushed. And
stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. Stop playing. Sauce Walker set his orders up. You don't see that? Listen, this is what happens when you run out with the kilos, right? When you run out with the kilos, they call you big homie. They tell you big homie you got 24 hours, like I gave McNeil, to report. And when you don't report, we gonna come get you. So we gonna bring you just like Tupac and Biggie. Remember I told you last time in St. Louis, when I want to kill somebody, I take you with me, I tell my YN to shoot up the car. We just know how to duck good. Sauce Walker, he just know how to move his leg quick enough. In St. Louis, he wouldn't have got hit, right? But listen, they set him up. This is how you know they set him up. Because what they're doing in Texas is to get killed. Yeah, he got killed in Texas because he came to pick up the bag. And when he came to pick up the money, they killed him because he showed his face. Because they showed his face. Now your face gonna connect you to me. Oh, I just snitched.
Y'all show the money kind
of. Cut that part out. You happy y'all snitch? Stop playing on me.
No, we just every time.
Yeah, happy y'all. Come on, Capone. Yeah, cut that part out. Yeah, it's a sad situation. I already got shot in the leg. And like it's crazy when you get shot in the leg like that. You couldn't have set that boy up, right? I know he didn't do that. It's just crazy that happened to him, right? Because like you can tell that was kind of like random, and they came for him alone. And Sauce Walker had nothing to do with that. And they stood over Sauce Walker. They say, no, we can't kill you because you're a good man. We're gonna just kill the bad man. Sauce Walker, they said that. Sauce Walker a good man. He's a good man, and I feel for him and his artist. He did a concert too. And he was in a wheelchair in a concert, and he stood up off the wheelchair and let people know that he got shot in the leg, but he's still good. And when you get shot and people die, they kind of sell records. So he's about to go up. Yeah, it's a sad situation where your artist died in that bag with that money in it that his artist died with. That same bag was with Sauce Walker after he died. And it was kind of like, at the interview, and on that one-page post that he made with the Illuminati, Tupac song, he had that same money there. I don't know if it's a coincidence, but it looked like somebody got robbed.
Well, you know, after the one guy who showed his face on camera accidentally got killed, the next day the police released the name for the second suspect.
Yeah. What's his name?
I don't know his name.
He gonna die before he go to jail. Listen, they gotta kill all loose ends. And listen, shout out to Sauce Walker. I heard you were in Texas, right? On some real note. I'm gonna tell you this, Sauce Walker, if you watching. You gotta use your power wisely. When you lead, you gotta lead, and you be destroyed by which that you lead. If you understand that, then you understand what I just said. You understand me. The world of simulation is fake, it's a trick. Everything you think you know, you don't know. Everybody you think you see, you don't see. It's all within. Sauce Walker fighting the demon, gang. Tell him to call me.
Well, Sauce Walker did do an interview, and in this interview, he said that he wasn't gonna slide for Say So P, and that he respects the streets. And what happened?
No, you listen, gang. How you gonna slide if you caused it? I mean, when you slide for somebody you killed, I'm still waiting on everybody to slide for Jesus, right? Ain't nobody slid for Jesus yet. So why somebody gonna slide for him? I'm the first person to slide for Jesus, gang. Jesus told you a long time ago to sell your house and get a sword. Right? So I sold my house and got a switch. Just like Jesus. So I'm sliding for the Lord. Hallelujah. I can't say that. That's the devil. I get stuck sometimes. I say it, but I'm sliding for Jesus, gang. So tell Sauce Walker if you need me, just call on Jesus.
We're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff.
Whoa, little baby.
Returning it from the 4. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Ball at the 33 for first down. Man in motion, headed right. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. That one was incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Back to throw. He's looking deep once again. He's got it inside the 25. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars will add to their lead at the end of the half. It's a Joe Mixon touchdown. Boswell to add the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars double their lead to 14. Now Boswell on to send this away. Here comes Williams on the return. That's big. The ball is out. And they steal it back on the return.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. But when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting.
It's a Jacksonville touchdown. And that, Brock, I know you're keeping track, but just in case our audience isn't, his 4th first-half passing touchdown. At the pace he's on, this would be a new record if he has a second half to match this one. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars stretch their lead to 21.
Thank you. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do.
Now Boswell on to send this away. Johnson now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Out of the gun, here's Jackson. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. He'll throw it. He beams one deep right side. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Amani Hooker has it. And the Jaguars watch as the return goes out of bounds, bringing us to the end of our first half. We've reached the midway point of this contest. 2 quarters down and an exciting 2 to go. The NFL on EA Sports returns after this. All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Johnson with a return here. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Make it on. Make some plays up there, offense. Report.
Lamar out of the pistol. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's going to give the Dolphins a 1st down. From the gun, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you can hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
To a nice route catch to move in the change. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Lamar throwing again. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. The rookie out of UCLA has it. And the Jaguars get it.
The city beam back there. I don't believe it was $2 million. Stop playing on me. I don't think he ever seen $2 million. Jim Jones got $2 million?
That's what Kanye said.
No, I don't think he got $2 million. No, Jim Jones can't. He come up with
introduction.
That's another Jim Jones. That's not the ball in Jim Jones. The ball in Jim Jones, he ain't got $2 million. He ain't never seen $2 million. Stop playing on me. Jim Jones ain't got no $2 million game. He ain't never did a $2 million deal. That shit fake. That's content. That shit gotta be fake. I don't never remember Jim Jones having no money. That nigga look dirty as shit. The Braves, the city beam back there. Yeah, the ball, man. He been broke. That nigga broke. Jim Jones broke as shit. Stop playing on me. What he do with the $2 million? What he do with it, Capone?
No, nigga, other day, he was on somebody's show and money fell out of his pockets.
With the $2 million?
It was like 1,000, 2,000.
He got come on, man. Rich don't even got money. Jim Jones broke this shit. The only song we put out good was Ballin'. Stop playing on me. He known for hanging around in the pink. What's that? Wear that pink all the time. He wore the pink. He wore the pink all the time in New York. That's who